Hey guys, market is about to open in literally 25 seconds, so let's see what it has to offer. CPI just happened. I mean, if market dumps right down to these lows, I think it's cooked. That's the only things I have in mind for today. So if we come down to all these lows immediately, then it's just cooked. Ideally, I want us to come and sweep out like these 5-minute highs, potentially data highs too. But we could target data highs too as a take profit actually, if we get a chance to long. But ideally, we target the lows. Hopefully, prices doesn't go and take it out immediately. Potential bullish SMT here. Potential bullish SMT from these lows down to these lows. These lows up to these lows. It's on the 1 hour. Asia session didn't really do anything. We didn't sweep any draws really. London session, manipulation, reversal, near continuation. So if we go off of previous session bias, and we're gonna go higher. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Check Forex Factory. All there was CPI, right? Yeah. I need to adjust the times because I know 7:30 is not the right time. It's at 8:30, but okay. New home sales is at 10. So we have an orange folder at 10, but that won't do much. I think we'll definitely go for these highs. 100%. Made a bearish SMT here, but that played out at 925. We came all the way down here and it was fulfilled by making a bullish SMT or just by sweeping out these lows. I mean, the bullish SMT could be denied if we just dump down. But yeah, 5-minute bearish SMT fulfilled. I would love to just long this right now, right to these highs. Not part of my strategy. I gotta chill. It's a little early to long, and I don't want another incident of yesterday to happen again. But I do think that it'll play out. For a little reference, this is what the trade would be. 1 to 3. Didn't tap into this gap yet. Oh my god, I scrap the longs, bro. Scrap that. I think we're gonna sweep these highs, make a bearish SMT, and then while we sweep those highs on Nasdaq, yes, we'll just tap into this gap or fill it completely, and then we fall all the way down to these lows. Hopefully. Hopefully we don't just move right up to here. Didn't happen yet. So that bearish SMT fulfilled at 925, bullish SMT is going to be fulfilled by taking out these highs on Nasdaq, and then this bearish SMT will be fulfilled. I mean, technically by this, but it'll probably push us down to here. But we gotta get above these highs first. That's what we gotta get above, bro. I'm gonna hold off on the shorts, bro. Because I really want to sweep these highs on Nasdaq first. We didn't get any sweep to the upside, and I think these relative equal highs are pretty obvious. Really obvious. Bro, why are we dumping? We didn't even like take shit out. What? Okay. Maybe ES gets under here, and then that sweep, and technically SMT pushes Nasdaq up to these highs, and then we get the bearish, and then we get pushed down to here. Or maybe this is the move right here. Yes, okay, above these highs now. Let's take out the second one too. The first one was more important, but nice, nice. Good stuff, good stuff. Now I just want to see confirmation, so like a break to the downside on ES and like a nice big candle on. Okay. Well, my first bias was maybe right. But I still would rather be short. Because look at this, ES might not even get these highs. While Nasdaq pumps up to here, and then we'll get an even bigger move. We'll be able to short to these lows. Even if ES gets above these highs, that's fine. But it's not ideal because we want to stay in bearish order flow, which we are right now. Holy, it's been nasty, nasty sideways from ES. We're in a range, but once we get out, we're gonna go down. Once we get out, we'll start moving. Bro, just take this out, bro. Quick, quick. Really don't want to short. Been Gonna wait, bro. Bro, the odds that we just leave this behind is crazy. But if we break, I think I have to take. I have to take it if we like get underneath these lows. All right, bro. What is this, man? Did I just sell? Is this manipulation for Nasdaq to go higher? I think we're about to get cooked, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I'm in it now, so no point in closing out. I'm in. I don't want to emotional close like yesterday and then whatever. If I lose, I'll take on the chin. I know what I did wrong. If I lose and if I win, I know what I did right. But you have to think about it like this, though. We have one high on Nasdaq as high resistance, and we have a bunch of low resistance on ES and its hourly lows. What's gonna be more desirable? Why is this chart so different? So I don't use Top Step for chart work anymore, guys. That's why I don't use Top Step for chart work anymore, dude. These two lows, this low wasn't even a thing on Top Step. Wow, that is insane. And there was an incident where that happened to me once, where I missed out on a really good trade. I talked about this before in one of my recaps, but I missed a trade because I was using Top Step X, and once I noticed that, I was like, yeah, I'm switching to Trading View Super Charts. I'll get the live data. I mean, we're so close to these lows. We have to come down for them, no? Like I would expect we come down to here before we go all the way up here. That's just me though. I'm a noob, so 7 months into trading. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, guys. So we hit these, I'm going break even. I'm gonna put all my stops at break even on everything. This would be a really nice win. If we hit it. Oh. I mean, my final take profits here, and I'm not taking partials. Just because I really think it'll just flow through everything. Again, if it gets there. If it gets there. Excuse me. And there might be people who didn't even short this. They're waiting for the long for ES to sweep out like these lows and make a bullish SMT, and then long Nasdaq up to uh, data highs. People could be waiting for that too, because Nasdaq technically didn't break to the downside yet. It's still in equilibrium. But yeah, TP is down here, so I really hope we could just flood to the downside. Once we start taking out these draws, we could just flood through everything. Sucks that this was the big candle. If we got like a slightly better entry, we would have gotten better, a little bit better risk reward. Maybe we could have targeted this, but it makes most sense to target this final low. Because I really do hope actually that it just floods through and we come into this gap. But that's just hoping for shit to happen. All I truly want is once we hit this, flood. Once we hit this, flood again. We have news in 25 seconds. Pending home sales. It's really just worth holding to these lows, dude. Taking partials make even will be it's just a not great place to have a take profit. Like, it's not the most ideal. Just because, like, look at the gap, it's slightly further, but we'll see what happens. Like, once we're here, ideally, this is like nothing. We'll see. This would be a pretty substantial win. Make back the losses from yesterday, and get some nice wins on the combines. Boom, take profit hit, bro. Just like that, man. Let's go. 607 $607. Yeah, good day. I was genuinely like I was kind of tweaking the whole time. Like, bro, I was really like nervous Nasdaq would come for data highs. Like, bro, you don't understand. You do not understand because, dude, look at the 5 minute. Before this literally just happened. We were still technically in equilibrium, like we were in bullish order flow even after these 4 5 minute down candles, bro. So I thought maybe once 10 a.m. opens, bro, we just get a swift move up, like a break of structure on Nasdaq, and that's the long. But another part of me is like ES is so close to these lows, like we were like here, like there's no way we don't go for them, you know. So yeah, today was I'm glad I was able to capitalize on today. Um, it really was, at the end of the day, it really was just what draw of liquidity is more favorable. Like, are we gonna take one high resistance draw on Nasdaq, or are we gonna take three low resistance lows? Are we gonna take three lows, hourly lows on ES that we're way closer to? Ideally, more often than not, the price is gonna gravitate towards stronger draws and more draws. Like if there's equal highs up here and then if there's equal lows down here and then there's one high up here, we're gonna ideally probably more often than not, because this is a probability game. Sometimes you won't, but usually it happens more often than not. Probability says that we'll gravitate towards the relative equal lows instead of the singular, you know? So what really was just a matter of that, because we had set up for longs on Nasdaq. Look, we had sweep, bullish SMT, break of structure, and then into equilibrium. Was there a move out of equilibrium that we could have caught? No, there was no break of structure. Maybe there was definitely an SMT here because ES was underneath these. There was an SMT. So if you took this here, you would have got cooked. While on ES, like we had a perfect setup to the downside. We had a sweep pre-market, 5 minute sweep here, and then that doesn't even matter as much because market opens and Nasdaq sweeps out these highs. These 5 minute highs are here while ES fails to, and we just fill in this gap, and then we just dump. So yeah, keep that in mind, guys. If you're in a situation like this where it's like, well, we have a setup on one index to the upside and it's one draw, but we have a setup on another index to the downside with multiple draws. Excuse me. You take the setup to the downside every time because there's just more draws. There's more liquidity for the markets to draw to. It's more magnetic. And not to mention, I don't know if this really matters, but we have a huge ass gap here. But it doesn't even look like we're going to go fill it. But hey, I mean, we swept out all three of these draws while Nasdaq didn't even sweep any, and we're getting rotations up like right now. We just inverse this 1 minute gap. Hey man, there's definitely people longing off of that right now. 100%, 100%. I wouldn't even be surprised if some people just, yeah, literally, some people just did like this. I would not be surprised if people did that. But it could go both ways at this point. Like, Nasdaq's closer to these four draws now than this high. And it's not like ES has no reason to go down either. Nasdaq could come take out these four draws now, and ES can come into this huge gap and start filling it. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm gonna go and edit this video and whatnot. Blur out the account names of my Top Step accounts so that you guys can't see. I don't even know if there's any risk with that, if there's any risk with showing that, but I have no clue. So I figured why, like it's pretty easy to edit stuff on, put an overlay. So why not do it? So yeah. If you guys took a trade, I hope you abided by your rules today. I hope that you were patient and disciplined and had good psychology and risk management. With that being said, thank you guys for watching. And yeah, we're gonna be on here again, same time tomorrow. So yeah, I'll catch you guys. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. See ya.